turn and the final 25 miles to Baguio. The town was easy to see. It was really the only thing out here, and for once there were accurate maps, courtesy of a Japanese officer who lived here during the past year. Lawakan Airport was his main reference, a straight gray line cut into the saddle of the mountains south of town. Working back along the ridgeline, Motomura found a pronounced hill sticking out like a bumpy green tongue, and this was the site of an American base named Camp John Hay. Flying the planned course on time at 13,000 feet and 250 miles per hour, the captain had done his part, and when the town passed beneath the right wing, his bombardier began counting down over the intercom. As 2,200 pounds of bombs tumbled from its belly, the aircraft abruptly jolted upward. Far below, smiles froze and cheering voices tapered off in confusion as little dark flecks fell from the aircraft. What could those be? Today, December 8th, marked the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, one of the holiest days of the Catholic year. It was Monday in the Philippines, but east of the international dateline, today was still Sunday, December 7th, 1941. Maybe the Army Air Force was dropping food or candy for the children, but as the wobbling black specks nosed over and suddenly gathered speed, the nuns stopped cheering altogether. These were not flying fortresses, nor were they American planes, and they were not dropping candy. In fact, the black flecks were 220-pound bombs, 10 per aircraft, so over 18 tons of high explosives were plummeting down toward the idyllic hill station. As the bombs disappeared into the trees, orange and black explosions shattered the morning calm, while 2 miles east of the convent the entire U.S. Army installation vanished beneath rolling dark clouds of mangled trees and earth. Clusters of shacks and small buildings in the barrio beneath the hilltop simply ceased to exist. This was war. Long anticipated, it was now actually here. Strikes by Imperial Japanese forces would continue throughout the day, not just in the Philippines, but also on Singapore, Wake Island, Guam, and Hong Kong. Unknown to the Americans, Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto's Operation Z had actually commenced with complete secrecy 13 days earlier with Operations Order 5. The task force keeping its movements strictly secret and maintaining close guard against submarines and aircraft shall advance into Hawaiian waters and upon the very opening of hostilities shall attack the main force of the United States fleet in Hawaii and deal it a mortal blow. Vice Admiral Chuichi Nagumo, commanding a strike fleet carefully concealed by a bleak horn-shaped inlet in the northern Kurile Islands, weighed anchor at 0600 the following morning. On November 26, 1941, 32 warships of the Imperial Navy cleared the snow-covered volcanic shoreline of Hitokapu Bay and, cloaked in ice fog and blowing sleet, came around toward their target 3,000 miles away to the southeast, the Hawaiian island of Oahu and the home port of the U.S. Pacific Fleet. By dawn on December 7, after crossing the North Pacific Ocean undetected, Nagumo's 6 big carriers swung into the trade winds and surged ahead at 30 knots. A Zero fighter, piloted by Lieutenant Commander Shigeru Itaya, wobbled into the air off the Akagi, followed by 182 other aircraft. At 0753 in Hawaii, the leader of the Pearl Harbor strike, Commander Mitsuo Fuchida, had his radio man tap out "Tora, Tora, Tora" back to Nagumo's flagship, the aircraft carrier Akagi. This code phrase, translated into English as "Tiger, Tiger, Tiger," indicated that complete surprise over the American fleet had been achieved, and the attack was proceeding as planned. Less than 2 hours later, 18 American warships were destroyed, and 2,403 lay dead in Pearl Harbor. time measurement